Okay, welcome back to... Oh, god damn it, I almost fell out of the chair.
Okay. So, let's... Okay.
Welcome back to Mildly Prophetic.
They're watching. We can't talk about dicks anymore. Hi, guys. Welcome
what?
to Modestly Prophetic.
Oh, shit. What was that in the emojis?
Anyway, we're doing post-commentary again. Corey was probably a little bit drunk this night. I really can't tell anymore.
I actually wasn't.
So, Slate has the stuff we need. The electric MacGuffin. McMuffin.
MacGuffin.
The electric
It's a lightning McQueen.
The lightning McQueen. And we need to go get it at the First Lady's Memorial.
Yep. Oh no!
Oh no, combat segment. Pros,
I was far too distracted during this to actually say anything because they actually scared me.
Yeah, they really did come out of fucking nowhere.
Look at how off my aiming is.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I'm able to even make it through this game alive.
Yeah, there's a reason we play easy mode, people.
Well, it's not that the game... No, it's not that. It's the control... I have the sensitivity set really low because I don't like it when it swings around like that. It's really... Anyway, so the symbolism here, Mark. Let's not talk about how...
That's new to me. I didn't know that. I like how, So, when we were first recording this, because we were both looking at the game...
Yeah, we were both present while recording.
When we first recorded this, Elizabeth said, "Say what you want about Lady Comstock. She had great taste in fashion." And we were just looking around like, what the fuck brought that up, Elizabeth? We were like looking at the walls and ceilings until we eventually saw a picture of her. But I like all the offerings that she has with the candles and stuff. The symbolism here is confession time. The symbolism is very obvious at points, to the extent that I don't really even feel the need to point it out sometimes. And this is one of those cases. Holding the kid up to the sun. We're about
to reference to the Lion King.
That's quite an omission.
With like Simba.
No. Anyway, so the kid was born in a day.
That ain't how it happens.
I'm sure. Like when Booker himself comments, "That's quite the omission. Can't imagine that was by accident." So I'm already kind of curious about that. This horse looks a little bit bashful. He's just like, "Oh, no, I don't want to have my prom picture taken."
That's not... You have to... That's not a...
Really? That's not a prom picture?
It's a statue. You don't...
You don't say.
You don't just stand still for 2 seconds. Oh, it's done! That's not... That ain't how it works. Oh.
If that's the case, then that was a really well-trained horse.
I think this is... Yeah.
Lo, while Daisy Fitzroy has murdered my beloved, she shall not have the child. She shall not come betwixt her and prophecy. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man.
You're Comstock's daughter.
Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, drama bomb!
I really like that reaction. Well, I want a puppy, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get one. In response to him.
Yeah, well, I want a girlfriend, and that doesn't mean I'm gonna get one. I can't. I need to go.
So anyway, Elizabeth turns out to be Comstock's daughter, supposedly biologically. We don't know the details of the full actual relationship quite yet. So, with this revelation, what does this say about Elizabeth's connection with Comstock? Does it alter it? Does it change her destiny? Also, look at this image of Daisy Fitzroy posing in the back, like hidden in relation to the statue. Look at how innocent she is. She's in a state of prayer, a state of ultimate innocence. I'm actually kind of reminded of Macbeth, which Corey referenced in Spyro of all things once, where there was a scene where the main character was going to kill his uncle, but he couldn't bring himself to do it because the uncle was praying at the time. And he said, "If I kill him now, he'll go to heaven, and he doesn't deserve it." So, I really like the framing of those statues in the actual exhibit itself, demonstrating the deceitful nature of Daisy Fitzroy that they're trying to convey, even though it's not necessarily true. Corey!
To those who loved me, I was the most generous of souls. There was no pain I would deny them, no betrayal I would not gladly give. And when I had scorched the hearts of all who loved me, the prophet said, "There is nothing you can do for which I will not forgive you. For God has granted me sight, and through his eyes, even you are loved."
Surprise, asshole! I'm back. You didn't even see me come in, did you?
Okay, so for you kids at home, he was making all these hand gestures and, like, mouthing words at me to keep me quiet, and I was just like, man, he must be building up to a really great joke!
Well, yeah, I was building up to a great joke, and you fucking ruined
Put
it.
it right here, high five, right here. Slap here,
Yeah,
up high,
yeah.
down low.
I'm not falling for that. No, I'm not falling for that. Why don't you comment on this?
What's the comment on? He's casting the villainous people, most of whom appear to be African American or Irish, into the flames of hell, and being cast as a hero in the process of it. There's a light descending from behind him, framing him as the god figure and the figure of light and justice. I think it's pretty obvious, honestly.
I can get through these bars, but you're too broad.
Well, excuse me, lady. Fuck.
Let me scout ahead, see if there's some way to move forward.
You're the broad.
Hey!
You're not gonna high-five me for that one? God damn. Anyway,
Something I can bring
so-
into this world.
It's a freight hook.
this is the point at which Elizabeth suddenly has the power to actually bring things from the alternate fantasy world into the real world,
Yes.
so that you can actually
Well, it's like-
manipulate them
It's like
to your
alternate
advantage.
Columbia's, actually, but you don't get into that until later.
Yeah.
Can use them against
So
slaves.
I do find that pretty interesting, and I am kind of looking forward to seeing what this says about the concept of destiny, because I can't help but feel like that's a main theme that isn't being explicitly addressed that much. It's just something that I've noticed, just this role that Elizabeth is cast in. Like, she's being forced into this role that she doesn't want to accept or confront, that she has a moral issue with facing to begin with, and yet she fights this destiny only by escaping into fantasy worlds. She can't actually confront the issue directly until Booker showed up, which is a pretty interesting conundrum, because Elizabeth doesn't want to do the wrong thing, but she doesn't know how to escape from the fact that the entire society is expecting this of her.
Yeah.
They all expect one destiny of her, and she doesn't want it, but she can't get away from it because she's imprisoned here, resigned by destiny, resigned by the expectations of society, resigned by madmen with guns, and she's completely powerless, and thus she escapes into a fantasy world. And that's all she can do.
That says a lot, actually.
Yeah. And it's a very relatable concept. It's kind of meta when you consider the fact that this is a video game.
Yeah.
And
What do you mean?
What? Well, video games, more so than a lot of other media, are often accused of being pure escapism
Ah.
in the modern context.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people play video games to kind of get away from, like, their daily lives and such. I know I do.
Yeah.
In moderation, of course.
Yeah.
Anything's good in moderation.
Games like this that have that flirt with mature and dark concepts that relate to reality are kind of beginning to be a rare breed in the AAA industry. They're not rare in the indie game scene at all.
Yeah.
But games like this that take extremely unpleasant realistic concepts and put them at the forefront and examine them are actually kind of getting kind of rare.
Well, that's a problem with some people, not all people, but a lot of people don't like to think, for lack of a better phrase. I can understand why. Some people are just kind of like, hey, I got enough shit going on. I don't need this.
I mean, a lot.
That's a bit of a lazy way to put it, but you know.
Well, no, like a lot of games.
I don't have your eloquence when it comes to words. I'm sorry.
But how voracious of you. So
What?
there's.
What does that mean?
I didn't even use it correctly. That's a joke.
Oh. This because okay, you're funny. You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Your eye open for that shock jockey there.
So, there's like this. Games really don't generally. War games in particular have two options. One is the more frequently chosen road from a developer's standpoint, where war games decide real war is unpleasant and we're making an escapist product, so we need to distance ourselves from realistic war as much as possible. And this can be kind of an odd, flexible concept, because if you look at something like Team Fortress 2, it copes by making it cartoony.
Yep.
And making the violence so incredibly unrealistic that you can't process it as reality. And I'll talk about the other side in a second, because I actually want to talk about what's about to happen here real quick, because it's very relevant. The Tin Soldier allegory has come full circle. Now you're fighting a literal George Washington automaton. And
it's like if you went to Disney World expecting something else, which you should, because this doesn't happen at Disney World. I don't know where I was going with that.
It should, though.
I wouldn't... No!
It doesn't have to be, like, lethal bullets, but it would be more exciting.
I would... No one wants to get shot!
What if it's like, it's a small world after all, and then all of a sudden they start growing fangs and their eyes glow red?
Only if he shot the gun in rhythm with
that would be the best
world.
Halloween Disney World ever.
No, can you imagine, like, him shooting, like, the big gun, like, in rhythm to It's a Small World? Yeah.
Someone make that, please?
Please, someone.
Actually, someone who's better at remixing and timing like that than we are.
Because we're not.
Yeah, I can't do that YouTube poop stuff.
I have no musical talent, and he has slightly more musical talent than me.
Yeah. But, so there's like, that's honestly an accurate way of saying it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't sugarcoat it. I don't bullshit.
Yeah. So, I like the allegory of the Tin Soldier and how it took specifically George Washington, which is the foundation of the... Are there other presidents like that? Is it just George Washington, or are there other presidents that do it?
Let's see, I'm trying to think. You only ever really see the George Washington one, because I don't think they don't want to change the face too often, otherwise you're not going to be able to tell what exactly it is.
Right.
Because...
Is there ever like an Abe Lincoln one with a cannon for a top hat or something?
There is an Abe Lincoln one.
Okay.
However, it's not used by the founders, who are like the people like the. I assume you know who the founders are, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's important. I'm gonna make a mental note of that, and
I guess I really could. No, I can't. I'll save that for later.
Spoilers, yeah.
A little bit.
But I'll save it.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's
video.
George Washington makes it very relevant to the foundations of the country being warped. American culture is what inspired a lot of the culture and the ideals and the philosophies of this world. This society is trying to return to what they think are the original ideals that America stood for, which they think America is deviating from by being less racist.
Yeah, you know, the other thing I don't get with some people is that it's like... Fuck, I had something, and then I lost it.
Go on. Keep trying. Believe in yourself.
Some people are just so fucking afraid of change that they're willing to go back to these backwards, fucking awful ideas just to keep things the same. Because they're afraid if things change, that something bad's gonna happen.
They just have their head in the clouds.
Oh shit!
It's a shame we couldn't end there. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I guess we could.
No, we can't.
Yeah,
we're like right in the middle of a fight sequence.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we can't.
We have like 4 minutes. Anyway, so here's the final confrontation with Slade. So
not really. There's like a little thing afterwards. But
yeah, that's true. But
and I'm like an idiot, try clearing out all those things to try and get the turret to come back, but that doesn't. That's not how it works.
yeah, I found this fight to be. Now I was witnessing this from a second-hand perspective, so
Well, this is what happens when you try to go with a sniper rifle at close range.
Yeah, I found this. I just found this. I'm sure like the sniper rifle choice had a lot to do with it. This was the most confusing moment of the entire game to me. I couldn't even tell.
I should have just picked up a shotgun. It would have knocked.
Yeah.
I would have mowed them all down.
I really couldn't tell what.
And I almost shot Elizabeth.
That's another big mistake. Yeah, and this is actually the one time in the entire playthrough where like you really flirt with death. You get really close.
That's because I'm an idiot in my weapon choice.
Yeah, but so you always got to go with the reliable, flexible weapons in these kind of games. Yeah, shotgun and rapid fire of some kind.
Yep.
Like that's always a good combination. Whereas with the sniper rifle, it's like so situational.
People are gonna be like screaming at me with this though, because I thought since like the turret was there before, that if I cleared out all those shock jockey like crystals, that I'd be able to summon the turret. But that wasn't the case.
Yeah, but this seems like a very bizarre, almost like not necessarily convoluted fight, but I guess that there could have been less minions. Like it feels too chaotic. It's very hard, but
one of the problems I had with Bioshock's gameplay is that you feel like you're kind of fighting a one-man war.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I guess if we can go back to this again, like people didn't seem to hate me for complaining about gameplay mechanics in the past, so I guess I can talk about it every now and then.
Sniper rifle, ironically, is really good at close range.
It is, and honestly, there is a little bit of realism to it.
Well, I mean, can you imagine getting shot with a sniper rifle like
At point blank? Like you know, it's still the thing is, it's still gonna work, guys. But
look, I kept the sniper rifle and the shotgun.
Yeah, that's kind of redundant. But so the weird thing is, in the original Bioshock,
Yeah.
you would very rarely face more than 4 guys
Yeah.
until way later into the game.
Yeah.
Because every time, especially early on, when you face more than 2 people,
Yeah.
it feels like all the odds are completely and totally stacked against you, but in a cool way.
Yeah.
So you have to think, and you have to set traps, you have to hack the turrets, you have to know exactly where the turrets are, you have to trick big daddies and rival groups into fighting each other.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
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 So
I was like waiting for you to like say, Corey, you gonna stop saying yeah? I must have said that must have been like 10 times.
That was like 7 yeahs. You like
That-
bro-
no, that
you
was
like
like
broke
10.
the, you like broke
was
the
10.
you broke the yeah meter.
This fucking guy.
This guy that was a very stubborn headless George Washington, I gotta say. But
I'm like creeping behind the pillows like he can't see me here, he ain't gonna see me. Boom!
yeah, but the fact that they specifically chose George Washington, I just want to reiterate this one more time because I kind of cut
Hey,
myself
he
off.
was able to chop down a cherry tree. Why wouldn't you make a robot out of him? I don't know.
There was a joke somewhere, lost in the
My
ether.
jokes are kind of like this, and then I'll throw some of this in here, and then we'll see what happens.
I just imagined you in a kitchen, and like going into the bathroom and like taking like bath salts.
I love how you said, you're in the kitchen, and now you're in the bathroom getting things to put in the kitchen.
Yeah, you get some bath salts and some blue stuff that was behind the toilet.
Crystal meth? Oh, wait, it's only blue in Breaking Bad, I'm sorry.
Everything comes back to meth with you.
No, everything comes back to Breaking
I
Bad,
don't
which just happens to involve meth.
I don't understand your method of comedy.
Oh!
Nor do I understand my own, nor do I understand why people are subscribed to this channel.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Now this is the point. It's in this episode. Okay, yeah, good. Now this is the first significant moral choice that I can remember in this entire playthrough so far, which is very odd for Bioshock, the series. So, he wants us to finish it so we can give him a quote-unquote soldier's end.
I thought he was telling us to eat our vegetables. Because I heard him say something about a plate.
You're a tin man now! A tin man!
So, his definition of a real soldier is someone who lives and dies by the gun and the sword, regardless of whether or not there's any purpose to it.
He goes hard.
And I find this animation so awesome, by the way. It
I
reminds
guess
me.
you could say it's shocking.
It reminds me of Phazon. It reminds me of Phazon, a la Metroid Prime. It's so cool.
Also, it's coming to an end, so wrap that shit up soon.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done?
I pretty much said all I had to say. Slate.
Quick, we
Slate
need something. We need something to like go out on. We need something good.
It's a shame we didn't kill him, because otherwise, we would have given him a clean slate.
Like I get it. It's clever. But and look, we already ran over time anyway, so it's just gonna be a black screen. Very clever, but also kind of sad at the same time. Was that what you were going for?
Yes.
Very nice. High five.
Down low. Down low. Don't just gently caress it.
I was shaking your hand.
Down low. Down low.
I'm afraid to hit the mic.
Make a big sound. Middle ground. Right here. One more. Other hand. Other hand. Foot.